Well, hello and good morning, YouTube. It's been, about 21 hours since I did this, and apparently I shouldn't have left the fan running because it was pretty dry when I come out here, so I went on ahead and put another coat over it to wetten it up again, and it's all ready to come off now. But it has had some interesting consequences of me putting that stripper on there. All them places I glued up, I can, look at that, they just bubbled right back up. So I'll strip it be as gentle as I can with it. So maybe I can glue it back down again, but if I can't, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll pull all that shit off of there and I will put some new veneer on it if it becomes necessary. I say now, further on down on the stripes there, that veneer there is just coming off like crazy on the two side stripes of that middle band. And I'm not really going to worry about that either. If I have to, I'll get some edge banding, some self-adhesive edge banding, and iron it on there. And the grain of the wood might be running opposite of what it is now, but that's all right. I believe the thing will be so dark after it's refinished that you wouldn't even notice that anyway. But I'm going to go ahead and start stripping her down now. And I just take a old flat putty knife and start scraping it off, and I got to find something to put it in. I'm thinking about using that old empty TV box over there. To start with. I need to find me some old cheap buckets or something though to put the stuff in. The old crap I scrape off. Anyhow, I'll go ahead and get started on that, and I'll show you the progress of it as I go through. Alright, well, I've taken about all I can off with the scraper right now. It's still damp and everything, so I'm not worried about that. What I'm going to do, get that up there, is lay this back now and lay it down on the floor here. Now, I will take, in as much as it is still damp, I'll go ahead and take the lacquer thinner and start using it to clean up more of this stuff. I can use the lacquer thinner on it and it'll clean a lot more off than just the scraper alone. Once the stuff is wet like this, the lacquer thinner seems to work pretty good on it. So I'll do a little bit of it and come back and show you the results. Alright, well, as you can see, I've got it rubbed off of here and most of that. And, well, maybe you can't see. Yeah, I guess you can. It's in frame. And the side of this has been rubbed down. I need to rub it down a little bit more back in the back there where those stripes are. But it's come along pretty good. I've only went through 2 old rags so far. I'm fixing to start on a 3rd one. I'm going to have to pick up some more lacquer thinner today. This is the can I started using last year on that Hoosier style cabinet. It's starting to get a little bit low. Yeah, it's got a little bit less than half a gallon left in it. But I just pour it on. catch it with a rag, and then start wiping. Now this here I will have to take a toothbrush to get down into the crevices and stuff, but you can see it's taking a lot of that old gunk right off of it now. Oh, that rag. I'm going to pour some on the rag directly. Wad it up a little bit loosely here. Just pour it in until I feel it coming out the bottom of the rag. Alright, we're good in the soap pan now. There we are. Now we'll just start wiping again. Now I'm lucky in that none of this down here is veneer. It's all one solid piece of wood. You just keep turning the rag and you're wiping. Like I say, I'll down these cracks and stuff like this, I'll get in there with an old toothbrush and scrub it out before I wipe it. Trying to make that a little bit lighter, but it's not wanting to come any lighter than that. But as you can see, it's taken a lot of that old crud off of it. Now there's just going to be some dark spots and some lighter spots, but like I say, that's why we have toners. We can tone it all back up to basically one shade of darkness. And despite my best efforts, it did run down on these things. I'm hoping it doesn't leave any permanent marks in it, but I wouldn't go with my best hopes on that. It probably did. A lot of folks would wear gloves doing this, but my old hands are like shoe leather. Years of doing stuff like this, barehanded. That and firewood and working in the factories and the sawmills and everything else. My old hands are pretty tough. About anybody else, I'd recommend put you on some gloves, especially if you're like an office worker or something. Nothing against it. I would have liked to have been one myself, but I just didn't have the brains for it. So. Maybe you can make a living that way, more power to you. Now the veneer down here is sticking up there and sticking up there. I don't really know what to do about that. I guess I could try to find some kind of syringe and inject glue underneath of it and then put some weight on it, or put some kind of a curve to it or something where I could put a bar clamp on it or something. I don't know. I really have no idea what to do about that. I'll study on it and see what I can figure out, but all right, let me put this one down. All right, it's dry at the bottom of my hand, it's plenty wet. Another good thing about this here is that even if that old stuff does dry on there, even if the old citrus strip does dry, this here doesn't care. It'll take it off dry or wet. I can't really get up in here very easily, so I'll use the paintbrush on this, not paintbrush, a toothbrush on this to get it down further. I'm just giving it a basic scrub down here as much as I can. Like I say, this here in the middle, I'm not the least bit worried about any of this whole piece right here. I think I want to strip all that off and just put on a new piece of edge banding on it, because it's just all the little pieces of veneer are coming off just as even as I wipe on it. So they're not worth trying to put back on there in one piece. I'm just going to do it en masse. But you can see now this center piece here, I might just go ahead and put a piece in there. These two side pieces, I'm just going to run edge banding up it. These two outer bars are not veneer. Don't know what, I guess they're just solid wood. And why they didn't do that with the center bar is beyond me, but funny thing is that it kind of looks like walnut underneath the veneer. It's the same color. Of course, when it dries, it'll probably be different, but I seem to remember it being quite a bit lighter before I started doing this. Yeah, there's little pieces of that veneer there from the edges. Like I say, I'm not worried about it. Not worried about that at all. I fully well expected that stuff to come off like it did. So. When I go to scrub it with a toothbrush, I'll just put some of this lacquer thinner down inside of a can So I keep dipping the toothbrush into it. And using it to scrub down in the crevices and whatnot. This thing was laid flat, it wouldn't make so much noise with me wiping on it, but I'm about to blacken this one up as much as I can, haven't I? No, I'm not flipping you off. That was just a finger that happened to go down in there. We use index finger this time. See, if you do get any of those stripper stuff on your hand, using your hand as a brace or whatever, just take the old lacquer thinner and wipe it across there. All lacquer thinner will do is dry your hands out. It just takes the oil out of your hands. Alright, let me see here. I'll get a little bit more use out of this rag before I go to the next one. Let's see if I can do on this side over here. Yeah, it's cleaned that off that one pretty good. It's actually turned into some pretty looking wood. I hope when it's all dried out, it looks as good, and I can figure out what kind of veneer this is. I don't know why they would put such a dark finish on it to start with. I like it lighter looking like this. Well, that one's shot. Time to go to another rag. Go ahead and shove this around a little bit so I can start getting this side. Not much to show you on this side because the camera's facing the wrong way, so we'll go ahead and shut this off until I get the bottom done, and then I gotta flip it up and do the top. Alright, I'm fixing to wipe the top of it down now. I've got about as much on the bottom as I can get for the moment. See. And like I say, once again, places like this, I'll get in there with a toothbrush so I can scrub them out, scrub out these corners and whatnot. That veneer's still holding on. It's awful. I've been going over it kind of just like that. And I'll take a toothbrush and go over it too, kind of lightly. I do have the old finish off of it. I want to see if I can glue it back down. That's all I can do. See if I can get it to work. I'm not worried about getting this here too clean because this is going to get that dark brown paint on it. This whole area up through here, like it originally had. But I do want to get it clean. Cleaned of all the old finish and stuff off of it. But like I say, don't yell at me too much if you see I got the rest of it cleaned up and this here still looks kind of dark. And like I say, it will be kind of dark. That's just because I want to try to do it up like it was originally. Alright, well, that's about all I'm going to do to it right now. I've spent a couple hours out here now. So, let me see, I guess I ought to set this in better light so you can see it better. Let me move the camera here just a little bit. And you'll see that the finish is starting to come off. So it is starting to clean up. Like I say, now it's time to, like I say, get more lacquer thinner and get a can to put it in and get the toothbrush and scrub on it and stuff like that. And that's going to wait till later on today. So after I get some more lacquer thinner and pick up some more toothbrushes and whatnot. I've got a toothbrush over there, but I think it's too sharp to use. We'll see. All right, for now, this is Gary signing off, and thanks for watching.